Stack. I'm back with another video on the Brazilian Jenkins because a whole lot of shit has happened and it's only been 2 fucking days. So I thought that I would tell you guys. So basically, Stephanie Jenkins, she went on a live, subs only, boo-hoo, but we're still gonna fucking see it anyways. She went on that live and she started talking about the relationship between her and her mother. Now, this is the same mother that she said allegedly went and did some SA shit involving her, and it's just really crazy. She talks a lot of shit about her mom, but then when she needs help, she does talk about in her lives and videos how she contacts her mom. So this is not the first time. So here she is talking about the relationship between her and her mother.
So I wanted to give an update to those of you who might be a little bit curious how things went down when I opened things back up with my mom, opened the relationship back up with my mom, and kind of also throw it back in some people's faces because it went down exactly how I told y'all it would. First of all, let me say I love my mom and I'm always going to have respect for everything she did as a single parent. She did the best she could for what she had, especially with her mental state. And I don't fault anybody for having mental illness at all. But like I mentioned, my mom's the type of person who lacks accountability for her actions. And when called out, generally her response is no different than, I'm only human. It's never any kind of like, I'm really sorry that my actions hurt you in that way. How can we make it any better? And I'm not even asking for her to make up for things that happened in my childhood because I'm a full-ass adult. And that's just, we're not going to do that. I'll heal myself with the stuff that happened in my childhood. But me speaking on it and bringing it up doesn't mean I'm trying to sit there and be like, Mom, you. It's just something I'm healing from.
She also brought up CPS, Child Protective Services. Stephanie said that, yes, she admitted that they were called on her. They conducted an investigation. And according to her, basically, it was unfounded.
And since my mom mentioned that when I was with my ex, it was an ultimatum with CPS. Either I leave him or I get my kids taken away. That was not the case. In fact, when I was dealing with CPS with my ex, we ended up having a family therapist who came in for a few visits. She stayed there while we were making dinner and just doing our normal family thing. And she said, I don't see anything wrong with this family. We don't need to stay in this situation. CPS was out of my life when it came to my ex. I left voluntarily because I was done with his crap. I figured out who the frick he actually was, and I left running. So, her heroic act on that part, no. She did call CPS. My sister did call CPS, but they never took the time to actually check on me themselves.
Sister went and called Child Protective Services on Stephanie and her ex and the children, according to her. So that's really crazy. But according to her too, she says that her sister really didn't give a shit. They didn't check up on her. I think that her sister cares enough because her sister went and called Child Protective Services to make sure that those kids are all right and they're not being hurt. So I don't give a fuck what she says. Now, Stephanie went and she replied to somebody's comment after they went and said, how was Deshaun's visit with his mom? You know what the fuck they were doing. They were doing that on purpose. Everybody's really talking about this. According to Stephanie, Deshaun had a horrible time with his mother during their first visit to the point where he wanted to come back home to spend time with his siblings. So this is what she's saying. And to me, if that's true, maybe it's due to all the fucking brainwashing that they have done on this kid. I think that's evident and that's obvious. To me, it is. If you have a fucking brain, you would see that. I think the kid is just brainwashed. So, of course, he's going to say certain shit. And maybe, allegedly, maybe they train him to say certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is your home. Like, just little things like that to remind them. And if you don't act like that, I don't know, they'll fucking punish him maybe. I wonder if Desiree is going to come out and say something, or our leader, about Stephanie going and saying this. Stephanie went on live and her daughter went and said some crazy shit in the background. People are saying that she's loco for Cocoa Puffs, you know, which is, she's a little girl, but you know what I'm saying? She went and made a statement about unaliving people who hate cats. So listen to this.
Whoa, girl, don't talk like that.
Cats bad and stuff like that. They should be unalive. Stephanie went and she stepped in and was like, no, that's horrible. You don't do that. But they went and threw 3 cats out in the fucking street. But anyways, like I was saying, so yeah, her daughter has a lot of people worried and they're saying that something is wrong with her in her head. And I think if there is something wrong with her in the head, it's probably because she's stuck in a crack motel with like 10 of her brothers and sisters. So that's probably why. I mean, if she's, you know, having thoughts like that. But little does she know, her mommy threw their 3 cats out in the street. Stephanie brought up the housing situation. She did a video. She showed herself cleaning the fucking dirt again outside of the motel that they're staying in. According to her, it sounds like they're applying for regular apartments. And she did say apartment complexes.
Hi, my resilient besties. How y'all doing today? I want to give you guys an update on the housing and how that's going for us. But first, let me take a minute to apologize to my online community of supporters and amazing people who take the time to battle it out in the comments for us and support us nonstop. I truly love y'all, and I do not say it enough. But let's get into the nitty gritty, okay? And then there's always a slight chance that you're new here, and if that's the case, welcome. We're a family of 7 who's currently homeless, living in a motel. And no, we are not continuing to live in this motel by choice. We are looking for housing opportunities, but we keep being denied. And I'm not on here claiming that we're being denied for nothing. We do have a bankruptcy as well as an eviction that has been dismissed on our past record, as well as both me and my hubby have pretty low credit scores that we're trying to work with and fix. And mind you, this is the first time both me and my hubby are in the position where it's not the financial means that is keeping us from getting a place. And I can't even say that I blame apartment complexes these days, but they definitely have a little bit higher standards when it comes to accepting people through applications. Personally, I don't see how having higher standards when it comes to accepting people is going to help the homeless crisis in Portland, but hey, you do you. I do fully understand taking precautions to not have people F you over in a lease. But I digress. Listen when I tell you I have called all the resources. I even reached out to my own mother who does social work for a living and asked her if there's any resources I haven't tapped into, and she said, girl, you actually called them all. Honestly, this latest denial took me by surprise because I really thought this place was going to work out. I had really high hopes, and I don't even usually let myself be hopeful about things because I just know 9 times out of 10, it's not going to freaking work out. And honestly, I'm not even trying to be like a Debbie Downer here. I'm just saying in my experience, there's only so many outcomes. I think for the most part, we were trying to rush the process, rush God's timing. And a lot of part because we don't want to have these freaking opinions on us that we're not doing the best we can for our kids. So we're trying to rush ourselves into the next best opportunity or just the next opportunity period. And it's not the best because if I'm being honest with you, we applied for a couple spots that weren't even ideal for our family. We just thought they'd be better than the motel. So we were applying. And maybe you don't know this, but every time you apply for a place and they run your credit, it lowers your credit score. So that's had a significant impact on our credit over the last 6 months. That's definitely not the biggest impact on our credit. It probably is the fact that we need to catch up on our car, as well as I have some student loan debt that I need to consolidate. Full transparency, I have let the depression of being in this spot eat me the frick up, and it's not made me the best mother. Don't go running with your freaking theories on that. All I meant by that is I haven't been as mentally present as I can be for these babies, and I need to snap back too. And after our latest denial and realizing that it's now our credit that holds us back, we realized we need to sit back, be grateful for the roof we have over our head, and work on a few things before we can actually pursue another application. Do we want to continue to stay here? Fuck no. But do we have much of a choice? It turns out not as much as we thought. And I'm sure there's going to be people that will say, this is your choice. Poverty's a choice. You just don't get it. So bye-bye.
Stephanie says they keep getting denied because basically they have shitty ass fucking credit and nobody wants to take them. And every time they go and apply, it affects their credit. So she's making more excuses and shit like that. And she came out and said in the video, no, she does not choose to be homeless. Yes, you do choose to be homeless. You make money over TikTok to the point where I don't even think you get social services. But you do get some sort of help, and then your man is working. She claims she's doing the best that she can with her kids, and basically these comments at her are really crazy, as if she's not trying hard enough. And I don't think she sees that she's not. Crazy because if you're not making enough money on TikTok, then I've said it before, maybe you should be fucking doing something else. I was looking on TikTok and I saw that Stephanie went and deleted a video because she was talking about Deshaun. But I just didn't have time. I was looking for it, so I just decided to come here and do my video. Hey guys, so when I was done editing, I noticed that I didn't play the entire live from where her daughter was talking that crazy shit about how she wants to unalive people who hurt cats. So I'm going to play it for you guys now. Thanks for watching.
I can't wait till the day that I'm right back in your faces. What, did she not post about it? I'm surprised. Well, mamas, I cannot clean with one hand, so I guess this is where I stop until Debbie's back. You hungry, mamas? Listen. Green corn, whatever the heck. I mean, you go back to the storage unit and get your brother's other baby spoons. But the way I see that too is like not getting. I tried to say this on one of my lives, and then I think I had to end the live or something. But like, why not buy a jumper? Why not buy specific baby spoons and things like that? Like, yes, the spoons I agree with. I guess that was a bad example, but like the baby jumper, that's just a mechanism to stick your baby in so you can do things on your own. I don't mind helping her walk around, helping her jump. I will sit with her, like, while she's doing this thing where she's like jumping.
Raining outside reminds me of when it rained at school.
Yeah?
And at the apartments.
No, it's kind of refreshing. It's been so long since it rained that Bubba kind of forgot what the heck it even looks like, and he walked outside. He's like, what the heck is this? I think you're really not awake enough for this yet, Mamas. That's what I'm gathering, because usually you were like, take a whole bite. She don't even care. Whoa, girl, don't talk like that.
Some people have to hate cats. No.
Nobody has to hate animals. Addison, if it's not yours and she asks for it back, should she have to say it that many more times? Should she have to? Should she have to get to that level where she screams at you? Hey Bella, can you switch that thing back to AC? I feel like it's getting warm in here again. Do you want to go watch your show? No? You want to cuddle? Milky? No. Got it? Thank you. I'm gonna check something real quick.
Comment and let me know what you think about the Brazilian Jenkins, all the drama that's going on as of now. I'll be back with another video.